Hey everyone, it's TheViperian here and welcome back to the channel for another Crash Team Racing video. This video will be focusing on answering the question of which driving style is the best in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I will be dividing this video into two sections. The first section will be the TLDR version, which is based on your skill level itself, being a beginner, experienced or an advanced player. And the second section will be more of a much detailed discussion where I'll be going through the best driving style for each track, based on my personal opinion. Now starting off with the first section, which is choosing the driving style based on your skill level. There are three skill levels that I would like to categorize, which are the beginners, experienced and advanced players. Right off the bat, for beginners I would recommend the acceleration driving style. To me, beginners are those who are new to the game or are still struggling with the mechanics such as U-turning or drift boosting. The acceleration class offers the highest acceleration in the game in case you messed up, together with a good amount of turning stats without much sacrifice on speed. Also, on tracks with lots of sharp turns and cornerings, acceleration will give you the most comfortable control over speed and drift. Moving on to the experienced players, drift is a great driving style you can get into. These are the players that have mastered drift boosting, maintaining blue fire and U-turning as well. So if you are a beginner and wanting to move on to the next level, upgrading from acceleration to drift is a solid step that you can take. It does not give you the speed that a speed driving style has, but it's almost there. Add in the fact that you have a combination of speed and turning stats, this is a solid driving style for anyone to main as. Personally, this is a driving style that I main because I feel more comfortable with it on harder tracks. And finally, we have the advanced aka sweaty players on the game. These are the players that are chasing for world record times and wanting to squeeze out every ounce of skill and potential that they have. Obviously for them, speed is the ultimate driving style of them all. It has the highest top speed in the game but one of the lowest turning stats out of all other driving styles. So because of that, it is not recommended for beginners, especially if you just started the game. Knowledge of U-turning, maintaining blue fire and drift boosting have to be fully mastered to take advantage of the speed driving style. So if you simply want to be the best of the best, speed driving style is the one for you. Now that we have all of those out of the way, I would like to mention one thing, which is that I would not recommend the turn or balance driving style. Don't get me wrong, they can be very useful for some tracks, but if you are choosing a driving style to stick for a long term, acceleration, drift or speed is the better choice, because they clearly outclass both turn and balance in terms of overall speed. Furthermore, turn and balance can sometimes be much more harder to use, especially if you are already used to a faster driving style, because they have an insane amount of turning stats, which means that it will be much harder to drift and maintain your blue fire in a straight and narrow path. And we all know that maintaining your fire by constantly drift boosting is one of the important key in winning races. So yeah, if you have to choose one to start off with, just go with the acceleration style instead. Now moving on to the best driving styles for each track. Before I begin, I want to clear this out first. This will be catered to mainly the beginners and experienced players, because chances are, if you are an advanced player, you won't be needing this guide anyway since you'll be using speed. I just want this guide to be for the average Joe, so they can defeat challenges like Emperor Velo's time trial and the upcoming developer time trials much more easily. Also, do note that these recommendations are based on my own opinion, so if you have any recommendations that you would like to share, let us know down in the comment section below. Also, if you're new here, do subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks like this one. With that out of the way, let's begin. So that's all of my opinion in the best driving style suited for each tracks. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to follow it if you don't want to. Just use any driving style that you are comfortable with. This guide on the tracks just serves as a foundational guideline for those who are looking to play the tracks in an optimal way. Using the best driving styles like speed or drift won't automatically win you the race. It still comes down to the player themselves, their skill and their knowledge of the tracks. I know that many players are really good at turn that can dominate players who use speed and drift. So don't let the driving style itself discourage you. In conclusion, use speed if you are already an extremely good player. Otherwise, use drift if you're having trouble with the cornering and turning of speed. If this guide helps you out, do consider to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as every support from you guys are greatly appreciated. This is TheViperian signing off. Thank you very much for spending your time in watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.